Hi there, it's Dorte from the Ishta Dance Academy here, and I wanted to share with you just a little posture tip to help you if you are struggling with getting your alignment right. Now, posture is one of the most important things when we are dancing because it helps our bodies to stay aligned, and it also means that the right muscles can work at the right time to support us creating the move, but also most importantly to continue to dance safely. And this week I've had quite a few people asking me, like, how can I do this? It seems to work really great to start with, and then I'm losing it. So it really comes down to practice. But remember, practice makes permanent. So you need to make sure that you are in your right posture when you are practicing. And if you are still fine-tuning it, then I recommend that you actually work with a dance teacher that is really good at offering corrections. If you are still new to belly dance, often this is best done hands-on. If you are a more experienced dancer, well, then there are options for doing this online as well. So this one is just a little tip that I often use with my dancers, both when I've got them in the dance studio, but also if I'm working with them online. And basically it involves a wall. So your wall is one of the easiest dance companions that you can have that can help you to fine-tune a lot of moves. So if I was to stand up against the wall, now I don't put my heels all the way up against the wall because I have a thing called a bum here, okay? But then if I'm standing up against the wall with my shoulders up against the wall, my bum cheeks are touching the wall, okay? And then thinking of sipping up some nice tight tree jeans, or if you want to think of basically sipping up from your pubic bone all the way up into your belly button, to switch on both your pelvic floor and your lower abs. And this automatically creates an elongation of the lower spine. And it means that now I've switched on my lower core muscles here, also my internal muscles that are going to support my dance. And that means that instead of maybe just having a tiny bit of my bum cheeks touching the wall, I have all of a sudden created a bigger area. Now, everyone's curve in the back is different, okay? So you're never gonna be able to have your entire back touching the wall, but this is just a little something to help you to get an awareness of where your posture is. So even if you think you're in your good dance posture and you're kind of doing it, then you can step up to a wall and you can kind of go like, okay, that's great, okay? Correcting it there. Or maybe you've been practicing some moves and then you're gonna go like, okay, all right, I think I've got it. And then you go up and you realize, oh no, it's not actually, I have to make a correction myself. So that's a little tip for you to help you correct and work on your own posture when you're practicing at home. But as I said, there's nothing that beats actually having someone to help you along the way, because if you're not quite sure that you got it right in the first place, then hold off, because as I said, practice makes permanent, okay? So, but it's all about practicing both what's normal and the muscles as well as to how do the moves feel. And if you have had your posture off ever so slightly for a period of time, it might mean relearning the moves, but that is okay too, okay? Did I mention breathing? Make sure you're still breathing, and also make sure that you keep your glutes nice and relaxed when you're going into dance posture, because if you're clenching your glutes in order to maintain what we call a neutral spine, so that's with my internal muscles, and this is when I'm clenching my glutes, okay, then it basically means that you're blocking your lower back, and again you're compensating for maybe some of your internal muscles that are not quite as strong. So it's all about practice. I hope it was useful. Keep working on it, and if you're not quite sure, then feel free to reach out, and hopefully it's going to help you dance better, more beautifully, not least safer, and not least with greater enjoyment. Take care. Mwah.